Hello everyone, it is I, Ryan, also known as the Lovebat. And so I'm here once again to go ahead and bring you the, next chapter and next match with my Lizardman team, the Sea of Red, and my playthrough of Blood Bowl 2. So far we've been doing pretty well, and so we are still undefeated. Last time we were able to emerge victorious once again, and so now I'm on to more things in the Blood Bowl qualifiers, and we were able to go ahead and take care of, shall we say, let's see if we appear here on this thing. With all these qualifiers going on, there are so many teams, and it's kind of let's see if we can go to an over teams or whatever here. Let's see if we can find our statistics here. Maybe the history might show it. So yes, last time we played the Lustria Fangs. It was the Amazon team, I believe it was. Yes, the Amazon team. So yeah, that was certainly an interesting thing to play against an Amazon team. They had quite a bit of block and dodge, which kind of made things a bit difficult on us, and so it was interesting because we didn't have too many skills to counteract their skills. We have one player with block and no players with tackle. We do have one player with prehensile tail and our Kroxigor, Croc Hunter, but other than that, it was a bit difficult to deal with them, and so we are going to prioritize certain kinds of skills and, try and get those on our Saurus players and on Croc Hunter as soon as we possibly can. We already got +1 strength on Croc Hunter and +1 strength on Skink. So now at this point, we're going to have to think very carefully on the skills that we get, because we do need some skills to round out our big guys. And our Skink, they are clogging up the star player value a bit with how much we have invested in them. So it could be worth looking at if we level up a Skink and we don't get a good level up out of it, we could just fire them to not inflate the team value up so much and only keep the more valuable players that have good level ups, like the +1 strength, +1 movement, maybe a +1 agility down the road, or maybe a double die roll to give them a passing skill of some kind. Anything that's a valuable level up we could keep a Skink for. And then we could consider getting rid of some of the other Skinks that don't get the valuable level ups. Like Sidestep is a good skill to have on all of them. So the first level up, if it's Sidestep, then that's okay. But then if the second level up isn't anything valuable, we could consider getting rid of them, because we still have plenty of reserved players if we get rid of one Skink. And that helps to not clog up the star player value on our team. And the team value allows the other team to get more inducements. It does mean that our bench will be worse if we have players that have to come in and take the spots of, players that get injured, but usually the players that we have on the bench are our +1 movement players or some of these other valuable players, so that way we can keep them in for offense and the points where we're going to want them to catch the ball or use sure feet to run past defenders. But yeah, overall, it was an annoying last match, but we did get the win, and that's the most important thing. And we avoided any nasty injuries, so that's always good as well. And next, we're going up against the Necromantic team, and as I examined last time, they do have lots of good skills on their players. And some of their players are very highly leveled up. They have a zombie that has just totally hogged star player points. I have no idea how they did it. They have less players, so that means that they just have more star player points going to individual players here. I guess they've been a very bash heavy team. That's the only way I can imagine a zombie getting that many star player points and not cheating. This seems like a cheat code right here. How does a zombie get that many star player points? You'd expect that out of like a werewolf or a white doing blitzes and such. But apparently they've been able to maybe just get fortunate matchups where they're up against maybe a bunch of halfling or goblin teams and they got lots of injuries out of that. Alright, so we're going to start the match, and like I said, they have so many skills that are going to be a bit difficult to counteract, similar to playing the Amazon team, and we don't get any inducements here, and they get some. As usual, they go for a team reroll, Bloodweiser Babes for the KO rolls, and a star player that's probably going to try and inflict injuries on us, like with a weapon of some kind. But if we can get them on the ground or get them KO'd early on, then again we can neutralize a star player like that, like we have in the previous matches. So and I also wonder if this time around if we'll get a chance to pick between offense or defense, because up to this point we have not started a single game on offense. We've always been on defense to start the games. Usually it's because we lose the coin toss, whatever it is. And I think only one time, maybe one time, we've won the coin toss, and then we chose to go on defense for it because it seemed like that was what was working the most for us, so we just chose that. If they have a star player that can inflict injuries on us, then going on offense first might be better, because then we can attack the star player first before they have a chance to attack us and inflict injuries. So yep, it's the Chainsaw Goblin again. He's a very common pick. Even when he dies in the match, he just keeps coming back for more somehow, like Resurrection keeps him going. And they win the coin toss again, so we don't get to choose, and we're on defense once again. So, I mean, I'm okay with it. It's usually what I would choose, but against a star player like this, I would usually want to go on offense to knock them out of the game as soon as I can. Okay. Now let's see, who do we want? I think we mainly go with this setup for defense. +1 strength, +1 movement, sidestep. I think we do want to cover the sidelines a bit more instead. And let's go and get the +1 movement skink in here as well. They're close to a level up, so I might want to put them in there, so that way they have a chance at leveling up, and we'll stay away from their star player here. Alright, so you have guards, so let's get you out of there. And then you have blocks, so let's get you out of there. And then I think we might go with that up front. And then we'll have the skink with their extra movement speed. I guess we can put them on the edges, maybe. And then we can put you over here. You go right there, okay. And one of our sources with star player points is going to have to take a bit of a hit here, so I'm okay with that. We'll do this with a defensive little setup here. Let's just do defensive setup 3, I guess. This is for dealing with star players when we're on defense, so we have players that are off the ball here. So they're going to try and inflict an injury, so I figure I get the sources with the least amount of star player points in there, so they will take the hit. And they can do a quick snap. I'm not sure if they'll do much with it, if at all. And the ball lands into a decent spot for us. We can kind of surround it. Also kind of good for them, but you know, they have mobility. There's not much we can do about it. So they'll be able to hit these guys and maybe get a blitz somewhere, but it's going to be very difficult to blitz him, so I doubt they're going to go for him. Yeah, with this formation I like it because there's little to no chance of them being able to blitz a Skink, which means that they'll either get a one-die blitz or no blitz at all in this situation. And now we can surround this flesh golem here to try and get him down. They did not get an armor break, but they do get him down on the ground. And no armor break there either. Alright, so that was actually a very good turn for us. They did not move the zombie back there. I don't know why. He has tackle, so moving him over here would have been good to help deal with a Skink trying to move around to set up as a scoring threat, maybe. Alright, so there must be some method to the madness of leaving a player all the way back there. I mean, he doesn't move very fast, but 4 movement speed is still enough to get right there, which would have been close enough to affect something in the play. We have a zombie there that has... What does the zombie have? Tackle and... So dirty player, he could foul people, but they have to get him on the ground to foul. Block and tackle is good for offense, not so good for... Well, block is good for defense, but tackle doesn't really affect defense at all. We have guard over there, and we also have guard over here. I mean, I could open up something here against the whites and the star players and stuff. If I go ahead and get my guard player right here, and I can take that assist off of the white there, and then if I go ahead and get my sidestepper over here, he can provide an assist on the flesh golem, which I think would be worth it. If we open up a lane here, we could get a blitz on the ball carrier, so I think it's worth it to just get an assist right there. And then one thing I want to do is I want to get you up on these werewolves, and then I want my guard Kroxigor to go ahead and get over here for guard. Now he has assist and on these 2 players, and then we have +1 movement right here. I might wait until we complete some blocks to see about moving some of these other players. You could certainly get in there to blitz if I can move some of these guys out of the way. Yeah, I think if we deal with this first, we could maybe try and move him. And then even a push might help us a little bit. I don't think he has dodge. Okay. That's nice. Is this a 2-die now? It is. I think I might want to go with this first. And see about getting their star player at least out of the way. We're going to go ahead and stay here. I guess he doesn't have stand firm. Yeah, this star player does not appear to have stand firm. Some of them do, some of them don't. And that's not a 3-die, but we could make it a 3-die by getting a Skink in there. Alright, so we ran out of time, but that's okay. It was still a pretty decent turn for us. Our star player can't do anything. I wasn't really keeping track of time all that well. That's one of my flaws of playing this game. I just take up too much time on my turns. I am self-aware of it. It's just in the heat of the moment. I'm focusing more on my moves and looking at the timer all the time. I should take glances at the timer more as a bit of a habit, but for now. It's just been a bit difficult to try and keep an eye on that. And they get a KO already. Well, that's lovely. We're not going to apothecary that, but hopefully we'll get him back soon if we can get the ball really quick and score. And they get the dice that they need for that. Alright, so they're making a bit of progress here on the left side with a KO and getting a knockdown on my Kroxigor with a 2-die against. When they have the skills that they do, it's a bit easier for them to take the risky blocks, again, like the Amazon team, but that's things that you just gotta live with. I could potentially get a 2-die block with the Skink on the werewolf by simply standing at my Kroxigor and then getting 1 assist, and then I could potentially blitz the ball carrier. Now let's stand you up first and see if we get this assist. Well, that is really a bummer because we could really use him right now over there. My other guard player's right there and I have to move him around to get over there. I think what I might do is I just move you right here, and then by pushing him I could free up a Skink. I could also knock him down with a 3-die block. I think we want to get you... I mean, getting you right there could be interesting. At least we can get an assist on him. Okay, and then we can go ahead and block, I think, with you. We could also, well, it'd be difficult to get a guard assist over here. We'd have to move over there to get one, and that would be kind of difficult here. Maybe on the other hand, I might just go with this block and then free up all the people over here to move around. Alright, so that works out. And we'll just go ahead and stay here, not give them a free block next turn. And then... now we need to make some decisions. We gotta get some Saurus in here. We could end up... that's going for it. We don't want that. I think we move the Skink over here first. We can have him as some insurance over there. And then you can move... we'll wait on that one. We want to move him through, I think. So that way we can prevent an assist right there. And then we can do, well, at least a 2-die blitz over here with some help from Skinks. I could get a blitz on the ball carrier if I get a block right here on him, but that would be a 1-die block, not very good. So, and then I think what I can do here is I can get an assist with you on the flesh golem right here for another block after the blitz. And then we move you right here, and then we blitz right here, I think. Could also blitz right here and have him in line for a surf next turn, but opening up a lane over here I think is probably better. And I think we do want to follow up on this. We just want to prevent him from having, any free shots on us. And I think we just go ahead and take this block here. Alright, we get the POW. He has stand firm, so he's not going anywhere, but we knock him down. And then, what do we do with you? I think we can go ahead and just have you do an assist right here, maybe? So that way, I'm pretty sure I moved them before the timer ran out, but okay. But yeah, I was thinking of moving him here to have an assist on this werewolf, so that way it'd be much harder for them to block on Zlat of the Moon. Right now they would have a 1-die block right there. And I don't think he has block or tackle or anything like that. He has Frenzy, which would actually be a disadvantage for him if he were to block Zlat of the Moon, because then he would get a 2-die against on like a push or something. Alright, so they get the knockdown on this one, like they need. Croc Hunter not having his tackle zone in there is really going to hurt us for now. It's kind of a big bummer that he went down and then boneheaded on us, but... And we got another KO. Let's pile it on, but again, we should be okay if we can at least just get the ball here. And if we can get a quick score somehow, or if we can draw out the match and just not allow them to score, that would be great. But we can do a 3-die blitz right there and get right next to the ball carrier. Having him here as the extra insurance was actually very good, because then their white could not, he couldn't just run through here to get past our line of defense here. If we get one of our Krocs or one of our Sauruses in here, we could also get a block on the Flesh Golem as well. I think first thing we want to do is just get you over here as some extra buffer. And then you, the guard player, I think we want you right over here on their Flesh Golem. And then you're in there, we can dodge you out later if these blocks go well. I think a blitz like that could be good, but we can also get a 2-die block on the zombie there with one of our skink, then blitz in with a skink. We could even blitz in with Mazda for a 2-die blitz. So standing him up does have its benefits to just stand them up. I think we'll do that. And now we can get a 2-die block with a skink here. It's a matter of which one. I think we can just block with him, and then we can move out with him. Or maybe even move him in for... dodge him in for an assist of some kind, maybe. In that case, we'll just block with him, I guess. Because the assist part of it is, I think, what we want. And for that, I think we want to push over there. And you know what? We'll follow up on this one, I think. And then what we can do is we can go ahead and move you right here to prevent the werewolf assist coming up. You don't have sidestep, but that's okay-ish. And we have enough movement speed to do a 2-die blitz over here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and take this. This is what a 3-string skink can do for you. You can do the weird blitzes like this. He has block and everything under the sun, so I'll just take a push here. And we just want to get him towards the middle of the field. And we'll go ahead and stay on this. We won't follow him up. And then over here we got a decent block. And then we'll dodge our skink out after that. And we don't have block on this guy, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Now we want to dodge out Munditeek here. Can we dodge out this way? We can. And can we dodge here? No, we cannot. Alright, so at least he did not get injured, though. But it was worth dodging him out to get away from their chainsaw guy, Hack. because I didn't want an injury roll on him from that, and I was trying to get him away from the flesh golem as well, so they didn't have like an easy 2-die block there. Might have been good to occupy the flesh golem with a skink, I guess, but since they have mighty blow, it makes injury rolls a bit more to deal with. And I guess they're going to blitz on the skink with no long-term effects, so I'm just gonna have to stick with it. This is why I have my reserve players. If they want to blitz skink, then I just have to kind of live with it. But they did in fact use a blitz on a skink, and now they have themselves kind of switching sides a little bit here, but we have some players that can get over there. And then we have a guard player that we can free up to get in there, so we get an assist on these guys. Frenzy, and just a push. Surprised they didn't get him going more towards the sideline there. And they get punished for a risky block, and then they don't. Okay, well, it's bound to happen at some point, but they use the reroll for it, I guess. And we can't really do much with you, so we just have to stand you back up. If we move you first, then we can get you right there. Maybe standing you up and then just putting you right here on the werewolf might be okay. I really want him to have room to go in for a blitz here. That'd be pretty nice. I think because of that I might just want to stand him up. I could dodge him out as well. And what can we get right here? It's just a 2-die. Can we move him over here and get an assist? I don't think so. Yeah, so I think we can just stand him up then and not risk a dodge here. And then we'd have to get a knockdown on him to accomplish anything. But if we are able to get him on the ground, then we can do a 2-die block there. And then if we get him on the ground, we can move in here for a 2-die blitz. Maybe that's worth it. You gotta try a block at some time and it does not go. Well, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. But we can get in with Axel of the Lake to provide an assist over here. It's probably worth doing. It's not a risky dodge. And then we can just try and get him on the ground, I guess, now. And we can. Okay, we're making some headway. And then I think I just want to get you over here away from the chainsaw. Come on, don't fail me now. No! Oh. But I do get a reroll, however. I think it's because he has tackle, so let's do the reroll here then. Alright, so we do get it there at least. We do use the reroll, which sucks, but now we can at least go ahead and blitz with you over here, I guess, and get next to the ball carrier, I hope. So we do get him. And we will follow. And we do get the injury. Excellent, and it's one of their better players, so... And he loses a point in agility. Alright, so that's not going to be too terrible for a zombie, I guess, but... Like, a zombie isn't very agile in the first place, so that's not terrible for them as far as injuries go, but it's good for us that we finally got this guy leveled up. So Coalshix You've been on our team for forever now, and so now you get a chance to level up for the first time, man. So that was certainly a good way to end the turn. They will probably try and dodge out. Yeah, so they can just try and dodge out of the tackle zone here, and then maybe do a 2-die block of some kind. They can move this zombie right here to over there, and then make that a 2-die block if they want to. They're not blitzing with the chainsaw this time. That's good. They do, however, have him next to someone who can't dodge out of the way. Okay, so he's going to do block. But I still have a guy next to the ball carrier. This is going to be a 2-die blitz with a zombie. And he doesn't even make the going for it. Okay. Doesn't make it this time. And he doesn't have a reroll on the blocks, so he can't reroll that. Alright, so he could... Yeah, he's going to run around here, but we have a couple Skink, and we have ways to maybe try and get one of our Sauruses free. They're just doing blocks on Skink for now. But this does open up a 1-die block on the chainsaw. You can get only a 2-die there, but you, I believe, can get a 2-die there, and then you can open up everything else, so... And then you could potentially get a 2-die if we just stand you up, but I think we want an assist in the ball carrier. I think it all comes down to, can we open up a Saurus for Blitz and then assist with a couple of Skink? Or, we don't even need an assist, though, because we only have 3 Skink. We'd have to get all 3 of the Skink in there to turn it into a 3-die Blitz, and we want one of them to pick up the ball if they drop it. They do have block and dodge, though, so 3-die blitz is probably the best method of getting them on the ground, because we basically need a POW to get them on the ground. They have block. With block and dodge and no tackle on any of our players, we kind of need to get a POW on him to get them on the ground. So certainly something that we need to do here. If we have to maybe try and get him on the ground and then knock him around. I don't know. It's kind of difficult to tell. I think if we knock him down, then it frees this up for a 3-die block here with the Saurus. So maybe that's the play, because it opens up one more assist. I think we can't do that. We might have to do like a 2-die blitz with a Skink, I guess, now. This was really predicated on trying to get one of these guys on the ground. And they're just going to stand there. We want to keep our reroll here for the blitz of some kind. And now, I guess, I don't know, 2-die block there is kind of risky because he has the loner. We might just have to get in here with some Skink to try and take care of this. Let's see if we can get him over there for an assist. Come on, please dodge out of there. No! Oh, they have tackle on so many players here. It's making it so difficult. Please? No! Oh, man. Like, it would be incredibly difficult to get over there without dodging out of there. So, like, not much that we could do there. These guys, we weren't able to get any players downed over there, so that's a bit of a problem when they have tackle and we don't get the free built-in rerolls. And they're going for it right now. And they do get it. So, for the first time in a while, the opposing team was able to score on us. We were unable to dodge out to get the blitz that we needed, and they switched sides, and things were kind of going wrong for us. But now they don't have their chainsaw player in there, so we can try and bash them in now, hopefully. How many KOs do we get back? We get 2 back. Okay. We get 2 KOs back. We'll have another chance at halftime to get more of them back. So yeah, our Skinks inflating the team value does come to bite us, at least in that situation, but we have some relevant players coming in here from the substitutions, so let's see what we can do here. We definitely want to try scoring with the 3 turns that we have, so I think the regular sidestepping players are going to have to be taken off the field here because we want movement speed as much as we can. And we also want to get some blocks in with our Saurus players up front. So let's see, we have guard, we want guard right there, and then we want guard right here as well. And then our block player, is he still in the KO box? He is. Alright, so the Mad Basher is still in there. That's okay, I guess. You leveled up, so let's go ahead and put you on... We have to kind of pick a side. Let's go ahead and pick the left side. We're going to have to do this if we want a chance at scoring here. We have to kind of pick one side and try and smack that side as much as possible. Let's go and put you over here. And then I might put a Skink somewhere over there just to provide an assist of some kind. So I definitely want someone like you or you to catch the ball. Let's go and put a catcher over here. We can't have more than one player over there, or more than 2 over there. Okay, so let's put you over there, and then you're not close to leveling up, so I guess I'll go ahead and put you over there to cover the tackle zone by yourself. So you're kind of providing a little bit of cover over there. And then I guess, who do we want to try and pick up the ball? I guess movement speed Skink with the sure feet might be good for that, since they don't have a catching skill. And I guess I'll put you over there. And then in case we need someone else to pick it up, we'll just have you set over there. I don't know, maybe just go and put a Saurus right over here then. Or right here. Alright, so I think this is good enough. We have enough Skinks and enough areas to try and pick up the ball effectively and then get a throw in to get the ball further. High kick, okay. And then who do we want to try and get the ball here? A player of catch, I think, would have an easier time catching it, I think. So you might be a good option. Yeah, I think you would probably be a good option to go over here. Because you have catch, so it might make it easier to catch it. But you catch it. Okay, that's good enough. If someone catches it, I am satisfied. Now what we can do is, now that we have the ball already, we can just have you come over here for an assist on the flesh golem. Probably, I mean, that might be good enough. Just because we do want to try and make sure that they can't crush the middle of our defense, or of our wall there, basically the wall off. And then I think we want to go ahead and get you over here to kind of have a little bit of a cage going on. At least we have you over there now. Could go for a sure feet roll, but not sure if I want to do that. You can get over here for maybe a blitz against an assist on a blitz against that white. He has block and dodge, so it's going to be a bit difficult, but If we manage to get a guard player over there, I can to this spot. I don't know. Actually, that'd be kind of difficult to get the guard player over there. The guard player, I think, would have to come in from this spot. So, if we can free up him to get over there somehow, then they could provide a guard assist. Now I think we're going to need to make some blocks here. We have our guard players in here, so... let's do the ones that have the non-loner rerolls here. Let's walk on down. Alright, let's go for the zombie this time. We can at least push him out of the way. And I think we'll go ahead and follow up on this since he has guard. Now he has an assist on all three of them in some fashion. If we can get that flesh golem down, then we have a 3-die on him with the Croc Hunter, so going with this guy might be worth it. Alright, so we do get him on the ground. And then I believe this should be a 3-die block. Yes, it is. Alright, so let's go with that. And we get him on the ground as well. No injury, but that's okay. And now is going to be time for the blitz. We're not going to be able to get a 3-die blitz, so we're just going to try and... no, we don't want to blitz from there. We want to blitz from here. And we want to go ahead and get him down, hopefully. Push we'll have to do, though. And then we'll stay here. And then we'll go ahead and move you up 1 square. And then we'll go ahead and have you... we'll move you first into a catching spot here. Then we'll move you here to kind of make a pass to him. And you'll be covering the backside. What? I threw it, didn't I? I mean, I know that time was winding down, but I think I got the throw off. But never mind, it's okay. I still have a chance to score here, so it's going to be more difficult now, but we do have a chance to score. Him being in the front is not ideal, obviously, but you know, there wasn't too much I could do about that. I was trying to just make sure to have a front line over here. They can get a 2-die blitz on him. If they blitz him, that's not the worst thing for us. I mean, honestly, they just have to put people in a line up here, and they would be in a good position to just stop us from scoring. Looks like they're overloading this side to try and make some blocks instead. Like, maybe it's trying to assume that we try and switch sides? Because that's a common tactic, I don't know, but they're leaving the left side completely wide open here. I mean, it has to assume that we're trying to switch sides, or maybe it thinks that we can't score here. But with Skink, we most certainly can score, so... Alright, well, just a badly hurt. We're going to have to live with that. But thankfully it wasn't too valuable of a player to lose during a match, so we'll be okay with that. Yeah, right now we have Chaqkoet, and then we have our +1 strength skink that got knocked out of there, so... But they did leave us a gaping hole to run through to try and tie the game here, so I'm going to have to take what I can get here. You can get it. You don't have catch, so probably not you. You do have the +1 movement speed, so getting you a score also quite helpful. And we can move you through there with no worries, so I think we'll do that first and get the ball carrier up. Get him up the field, and then we just want to go ahead and get the tackle zones around our Skink. Let's get one Lizardman over here. I don't know if next to the ball carrier would be better. They have lots of movement speed, so they might want to try and run around him. Then I could blitz. You have sidestep, so could blitz and then try and surf him. Certainly a viable thing to do here. So I think I'll go ahead and blitz from this direction here to try and get him out of the way. Before we do that, though, I think we go ahead and put him over here to help deal with that tackle zone first, in case things go badly here. And then we're going to go ahead and blitz Thorgrim the Wrathful. Hopefully we inflict some wrath on this guy. And then we're going to block here, and then we can potentially surf him with a push. We're just going to knock him down here and save that movement for our Skink there. And we're going to go ahead and stay. And we might get an injury. Anyway, we do! That is wonderful. We get one of their best players out of the game, and we get an injury. We get stud player points there. And all is well. We can also move you as well. So we're going to go ahead and get you again firmly in the tackle zones to prevent the Skink from getting blitzed, hopefully. And then it allows us to get you out of there and cover the front side here. So we are particularly protected now, and now we can make some blocks down here. We have a guard player, 2 guard players to help out here. So let's see about getting this guard player down first. If we can get the opposing guard players down on the ground, that can be very helpful here. So it's worth the reroll. We get him down, no injury, but it's okay. And then let's go for this other flesh golem here first. And we get him on the ground. That's wonderful. No injury. And then no 3-die on him. That's unfortunate. He does have tackle, but they both have tackle. So they both have tackle and block, so let's just go for the white since they're more valuable. And he does not have dodge. So we might get him on the ground and get an injury, hopefully. Now let's go and stay here. Stay. And that should be the end of our turn. Finally got under time there to make everything happen before the timer ran out. Sometimes you just have to laugh at yourself and then realize that, you know, sometimes you make some boo-boos. But that time we finally got under the time limit. And so we have our 1 turn left to score here. I assume we're going to be able to. They only have 1 player that can blitz, and it would be like a 2-die against blitz, I think, if they were to get in there. This is the only spot where they could blitz from where we don't have any assists to help us. But they would have to make several dodging rolls in there to do that. I mean, that's the only reasonable blitz that they have. They would have to dodge through 2 or 3 times, then blitz from that position. So they're just going to go for the knockdown on him, I guess. And they get a KO, but hopefully we can get him back at halftime here. Yeah, I guess they didn't have enough movement speed to even try to get to the ball carrier. I guess we'll just go with block, I guess. They're both down there. And Croc Hunter gets injured. That's not... And we cannot afford for our Kroxigor to lose a point in armor value. That is unacceptable here. There we go. Alright, that is... We averted disaster there with our Apothecary. We cannot afford for our Kroxigor to have less armor value for a bashing player. That would be really bad when we just got +1 strength on him recently, so... We got some really shit luck there, but... I think we can make a 3-die block with a reroll here on this zombie, and then that should be that. I don't think there's any other blocks that we can make. We just have to kind of hope that we get some KOs back at halftime. Yeah, so I think what we have to do here is we have to just set up assist right here. And then we can set up an assist right here. And then we can go ahead and set up an assist right here. And then you will score after this, but we want to go ahead and get a 3-die block with the reroll. We're not going to use a reroll on anything else since we can just waltz into the end zone, so this should be pretty safe. And it does work. And it's just mainly to see if we can get an injury here. And we at least get a KO out of it. Alright. That's pretty worthwhile. No injury, but a KO is worth it. So I'm okay with that. And then we're going to go in there and we're going to score a touchdown and tie the game up here. To be honest, they kind of gifted us that score. They could have gotten in our way and kind of made a line of defenders there, or at least attacked the guys that were in front of our ball carrier there. And they chose not to. They chose to go away from the ball, assuming that we would try and switch sides. So I guess the AI or something like that just got baited into making a bad decision, I guess. Assuming that we would try and switch sides there. Excuse me. Alright, so both of our KOs came back. So yeah, the AI is somewhat annoyingly bad in some cases. In this game, it's usually, you know, better to play against the human opponent, though human opponents can do some dumb things too, from what I've seen in matches that are posted online, but, you know, usually it's a calculated risk of a human opponent, and then it's usually just dumb AI with computer-controlled opponents, so... Let's see, so... I think we definitely want all of our bashy players in there for offense still. It's a matter of which players do we take out here. You're close to leveling up, so I might want you to stay in there. You can get a level up with a touchdown. Honestly, it might be this guy right here that goes out. He's not close to leveling up. And these other guys might be able to do something. And so now we need to go and decide who goes where. I think putting a 0-star player point Saurus over on this side to guard the tackle zones would probably be good. We want to try maybe going up the left side again. Though the right side is pretty open here. That is true. I might want to put you then on the left side to kind of protect on this side. And then we can go ahead and put you over here. And then put our block player in the middle here for guard players, I assume. Yep. And then we can put you over here, and then I think we just want to be able to make some blocks starting off this turn with our guard players getting the assists in there, and then you being on that side is good, and then you can go ahead and help cover over here. And then you being over here is good if the ball scatters down there. And then you're going to be a good catching player here. You don't have catch, so you're not going to want to catch it, and you have movement speed to get over to throw it to him. they're reasonably close to leveling up, so we can get them one step closer to leveling up their abilities. So yeah, I think we're going to go with this setup here. And you know what? We might even just save the setup here. If we want to attack one side, usually good to try and set up for going to a certain side. So, and we get an extra team reroll. That's going to be pretty helpful because usually we need it for picking up the ball or making a pass. I could just pick up the ball with you and be okay with that, but it might be harder to get over there. I think we want to throw the ball with you, and then you can potentially get over there. I think getting you somewhere reasonably close here. We could get up on the flesh golem for another assist, but I'm not sure if that would make a difference. I think we'll just get you over here, reasonably close to the ball if the pickup fails, and then maybe we might actually want to move you next to the ball. You still cover tackle zones on the backside here, and then we want to pick up the ball with you, I think, and then pass it off to him. And then I think we want to just move you up a little bit further, I guess. And then I do want to make some blocks here. Can you get... That's only 2 dice. Yeah, I think we can go for the blocks after trying to make the thing work here. I don't think we can make that. I don't think that we can make that 3 dice blitz, so we're going to just have to get you, I guess, back over here. And then maybe we can put you right there as well. Okay, and then we could do the blitz first. But then again, I do want to save my reroll for the pickup at the very least, and then decide. So let's go and do this first. Okay, so we get the pickup, and then I guess if we want to throw the ball here, we could, but may not be worth it because we can still get reasonably close to over there. Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and do this since we don't have to move too far to get over there. And then we can get you into sort of a scoring position and also covering the sideline here a little bit. The backside is a little bit weak, but we have him providing a tough tackle zone over there. And then I think I want to blitz from here and just blitz the zombie. Okay, so we get him on the ground. And I think we want him towards the sideline a bit more to open up this side of the field, and then we will stay. And then we're just going to move him a little bit back here. We just want to make sure that they can't get a bunch of free assists on my Saurus player. So you two are not too inherently valuable, so we're okay with that. Now it's time to make some blocks. And we get him on the ground. And then we free you up to move over here. And then let's try and make some blocks once more. Don't do anything there. That's okay. Let's see if we can get a block with our big man. We do get a push. And I think it's worth it to follow in with the big guy. And then we free him up. Oh, never mind. Did not have enough time to get him in there for the Cajun. Yeah, they're not like too particularly valuable, so having them up there is like cannon fodder, not the worst thing in the world. Ideally a Saurus would be right there, but I wanted my Sauruses to be a bit closer to the ball carrier in this instance. So we're kind of doing the man with a plan. We're just going to pick a side of the field and we're going to try and punch our way through. Kind of open up a hole, as it were. And no, that's what she said comments. None of that. Just good old football terminology there. And we'll clog up that hole right there. Maybe not. He's injured. Okay. But no long-term effect, and we don't have an apothecary anyway because we saved the big man from getting an armor point debuff. So, but it is our turn again. So we do have blocks that we can eventually make. Getting you in here for an assist on their flesh golem, certainly something we can do. Not too concerned about the zombies. They have to go for it to get anywhere close to the ball carrier. We're not really in a position to switch sides because they have the zombie there. These two guys can easily flip sides and go that direction, so we have to kind of just keep going to the right. So over here, it's still only a 1 die. Our guard player is right there, so that's kind of interesting. And so I could just go for a 2-die blitz right here. And even with a push, I might be able to open up a little bit of a lane, possibly, but still it'll be kind of difficult. What if I blitz from right here? That's only a 1 die in that case, because he has guard. Okay. So I think I just want to go with the 2-die blitz first. I do have dodge on that ghoul, but that's probably the best we're going to get. Alright, so I'm just going to have to go with that. He does not have block. And then, well, I guess we might want to try and maybe go down the sideline type of direction. Let's move you in over there. And I think at this point we might want to just get some tackle zones and get people on top of some of their players. You can move in for an assist right there. It might not be wise though. If anyone was to give an assist right there, it would be him just dodging out. So let's just go ahead and get you right here then into a more safe spot in case the dodge fails. And then let's get you in for an assist right there. Does he have tackle? He does, but thankfully we avoided getting hit by it. So I'm trying to move him. There we go. And then let's go ahead and try and get some blocks over here. You don't have blocks, so I can't take both down here. Push. We can live with that. We gotta try and take care of these flesh golems here if we can. No injuries going just of yet. Just a push. Means we go neutral on that. And it's only a 2 die no matter what, so let's just go against him. And we get him on the ground. Can we get an injury? No, we can't. Okay, so that's end of the turn. We were able to at least get some of their players down on the ground. We have an opportunity to try and open up a hole here if they don't get our ball carrier down. Looks like they're trying to set up some 2 dice blocks over here potentially. Right now it's just a 1 dice. They could potentially get a 2 dice depending. So that's the first 2 dice, and then they might get another 2 dice here. So they make a block with him, and then they can if they get him on the ground, then they follow up the block, then they can get a 2-dice block on Oz of the Moon with their werewolf. They get him on the ground. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt. He does not. Unfortunately, that zombie has tackle, which kind of complicates dodging out. Now it might be a chance to switch sides, however, and go to the left, since they're all kind of bunched in here now. So yeah, if I can get their zombie guy on the ground here, then that would be great. And then I could go ahead and not have to worry about dodging him out of the way. So going to the left here, quite advisable. Their high movement speed players are on the right as of now. Question is, what can I do as far as blocks? Not too many. Heck, we can even get a 2-dice block with a skink right there. It's not bad, actually. What about right there? 2-die against. Okay, so the skink making a block there could be good, because then we free up a Saurus to go ahead and blitz that zombie. We could potentially get a 3-die blitz on him. Block, or using our block player on the flesh golem probably would be safer. But we need to free up some players here too, and the skink isn't really going to be going anywhere because, you know, it's going to be difficult to get out of there. I don't know, maybe we'll just go with block, the block player first, so that way a reroll isn't as likely. Okay, that goes neutral. And then I think now we just do it with the skink. And we do want to reroll that. And we get the POW! Skink on Flesh Golem action. Alright, so we used the reroll, but again, that's okay. Because I'm pretty sure that we can get a 3-die blitz on their zombie now. I think you getting over here is what we want for 1 assist. And then you can blitz from this position for 3 dice. No reroll, but it's still pretty decent for us, so... And we do manage to get it. And I think we want him going this way, actually. And let's go and stay here. And let's go ahead and help get you over more in that direction now. And then I think we want to get you just... maybe over... Honestly, I'm not sure where I want to go with you. How far can the zombie go? Like, they can go for it and get a blitz off. So, I might want to just stick them somewhere close by to my sources that they are not likely to get a blitz from. I don't know, it's kind of tough. I can block that zombie still to try and get him on the ground, so that might need to be the play. But I don't want my ball carrier to be over here either, because it's not as well protected now. I think maybe over here is still a safe bet. We have a chance to at least push the zombie here, so let's do this. Well, that really sucks. What about you? Let's do this then. And we do get him on the ground. Alright, so they can make a blitz going for it, I guess. And we can't really make any good blocks over there, so we can't really do that. So yeah, because Bonehead activated now, they can dodge their, or move their zombie over here, but they have to go for it to make that blitz. The Bonehead is just really awful here. Now their zombie can freely get over here without the tackle zone there. They make the going for it, but they only get a push. And they can definitely dodge out of there. So, I can dodge out of there, or I can get a blitz with the Saurus right there. And so that's definitely not too bad, actually. You can't really reliably get around there. We'll go after the Skink. I'm gonna sidestep. Alright, so they managed to get him down. But they used a lot of their players to do that. Let's just stand you up. Up, up, up you go. And up you go. So because they only got a push on the Skink, that means that we can blitz the zombie, and even a push would be acceptable. And we can potentially use a team reroll to dodge our Skink out if the first dodging attempt fails. Yeah, so it's really... we just need to get you over here where the action is. And then you could throw the ball to you, but I don't think it's worth trying to switch the ball at this point. I think just getting you over here close to the ball and providing an assist is worth it. Then I think if we just blitz this guy right here with the Saurus, and we can blitz him from that position. And then, if we need to, we could make a block on him as well with our ball carrier to try and get him away. So, I think this is worth it. And we can use a reroll on it if needed. I think a push is okay here. Then let's get him towards the sideline to get him away. And let's follow through with it. Keep our guy on him. I think we'll dodge you out if this one works first. Or yeah, we have a player on their ghoul there. Oh, I don't want the log. I do not want the log. Thank you. You don't have sidestep, but on the other hand, they have a ghoul over there, so I don't know. I guess going right there is just the safest bet. The dodging does work. Does he have tackle? He does. That's going to be interesting. Which flesh golem do we want to take out? I think we go for him first. And that's neutral. Okay. And then you have blocks, so let's see. We hit him, then we can free up this Saurus. So if we get him on the ground, that'll be good. We do not. Could have gone for the reroll there, but I think I just want to save it for the dodging attempts against tackle players. Okay, so we do get him on the ground, but we do not free up the Saurus in time to move on over. I think we just want to try and make it difficult for the ghoul to get out of here, so I think we'll get over... well, maybe actually just getting next to the ball carrier might be better, because then we have a reliable assist, or if they try and blitz him. Alright, so we have him over there, and then I think that will be the end of the turn. So, crisis averted. The zombie wasn't able to get our ball carrier down. Things are good in the world of Blood Bowl for the Sea of Red, and we've avoided some disasters in this match. And it looks like we're going to be able to get the win, barring a setback here. But it's a one-die blitz, so... and it punishes them, I hope. And he does not have tackle, so he does not get him on the ground. I am okay with that. We can still get a block or a blitz on him with a Skink assist from him. And this time, Oz of the Moon. But no long-term effect. Okay, so we avoid more disaster there, and let's see what happens now. So now they're content to just bash our faces in and not attack the ball. Like, they're werewolves and they're ghouls and stuff. They're fast enough to get over here to try and stop us, but they haven't really prioritized that too much. They should make every effort to do going for us to force us to dodge out of there with their tackle players, but because players with tackle make it a very bad matchup against us because we rely on that quite a bit with our skink and we don't have 4 agility. 4 agility would at least make dodges without a reroll more likely to succeed, so elven teams would usually still be able to deal with opposing teams that have tackle, but that is what it is. So we could potentially surf the zombie by getting an assist, or not an assist, but getting someone to block this spot and then surfing them out of there. But I think we just want to try and make the priority scoring here. Let's stand you up, and then I think we just want to force them to block with that werewolf if things go really poorly here. They can get assist for the werewolf, but forcing him to make a block instead of being able to move, I think is what I want to do. And you can still get a 2 dice block on him, so it's not too much of an issue here. And then I think we can, well, what we might actually do is we can blitz you here. We blitz you here, then even a push we get the ghoul off of him. And so we can do this first. And we do have a reroll for it, so let's do it. Even a push, we can push him to that square and get him off. And we do need to reroll that, because the turnover is not what we want here. In some cases, both down would have been acceptable, but in this case, it is not. And let's get you away from the sideline. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter much here. I think we just want to score and have the lead and not risk any more blocks here before doing that. So I think we're just going to score a touchdown with Axel of the Lake. And our Rising Star gets another score in there. If we were up 1-0, we could have taken some blocks there and just kind of risk it for the biscuit, but you know, I really want to get the win here because it's the Blood Bowl qualifiers. We don't want anything going terribly wrong. And they have lots of tackle players, so if they prevent us from dodging out, then that gets to be a big issue. And we're a bit short-handed on players too right now, so well, I guess we're not really short-handed. We have enough substitutes to make it work, but, you know, we are getting bashed around a little bit by the team of block and tackle, so now is a point in time to where, like, there's enough turns in it where they could score, so I don't think I want to play with a safe formation here. I think having guard players in there is actually preferable to prevent them from getting as good of blocks on us. And then the block player in here will prevent them from getting a both down to knock him down. So it might prevent potential injury. I think we want to just get some players off the ball though. They have a little bit of guard as far as their players go, so they are still going to be able to possibly get a 2-die block, just not on Croc Hunter. And so I think we can try and protect our skink here. I think that might be our first order of business. I guess we'll get you back here. And then we'll get the movement speed guy over here. We want them protected, but still close enough to where they can contribute. I'm trying to move you right here. I am trying to move him right here. I mean, you can tell that I'm clicking. The thing changes when I click like that. So you can tell that I'm clicking, but it's just not registering some of the clicks for whatever reason. So, and then putting you over here will make you pretty safe. It's not going to be easy for them to run around there. guess we'll put you over here. I guess we're going to put you on the edge right there. Alright, so I want them in the front, so that way they're less likely to get knocked down in the front over there. Guard will make it more difficult for that to happen, and then block will make both down not as advantageous. They may not even try and score here, so this could be a mistake, but I'm trying to prevent possible injuries by making the better players go up front. So I guess maybe they'll attack a skink as usual for a blitz, I guess. I mean, it makes sense that they might do that. But honestly, they should try and score here. 4 turns is definitely enough to score. The only reason I scored early is because I don't think I would have another chance at it if things went poorly on my blocking attempts. So them having tackle just makes it really difficult to try and get delay the game a little bit, because then I can't dodge out of their tackle zones very easily. Alright, so 2 die against, they just go with the push. It would be nice if they got punished more for those kinds of blocks, it would be really nice, but you know, again, that's just the way that the dice roll sometimes, and if you have block, it does make those much easier to do, so. If I had block more often, then I'd be able to take the risky blocks more, of course, so. It goes both ways. Let's get the guard player up. And then that can, I think, almost be a 3-die block there. Then we can get a 2-die over here on the werewolf. Let's get you over here for an assist. And so if we can get the werewolf on the ground, that would be very nice. Let's go ahead and move you over for another assist. Could also blitz the werewolf after making a block if it's not successful. And now could also move a Saurus in there for an assist as well. Guess we would have to push the zombie out of the way first, but I think this is worth it to put a Saurus in here, and then we can blitz with a skink if needed. Let's go and do this block first, and we get him on the ground. Nice. I think we want him over here by tackle zones, so he can't get into scoring position as easily. I think we'll follow this up too, in case we want to move and maneuver anybody around here. We still have our blitz available. Does he have guard? He does not. So I could do a 2-die blitz on their werewolf up here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a 2-die blitz on the ball carrier. I certainly could with Huntzor if we can get the zombie on the ground. It might be worth it to try that. But I guess first we might want to get our skink into kind of a defensive position here. Let's have you cover the tackle zones over there. And then we'll go ahead and have you take care of tackle zones over here. And then now, I think if we just do this, then we can hopefully get the zombie on the ground. We cannot. And we'll just have to deal with that. So we still can blitz that werewolf over there. Might be worth it. I think we'll just go ahead and do this first. Since at least both down does get their werewolf on the ground, so I will take this. Does leave a bit of a hole right here, but it's a bit risky for them since we can surround them if they do that. Looks like they're getting into a bit of a cage here. They still can score, but it's going to be difficult with their werewolf on the ground over yonder. They do need to make a passing play to try and make a score work here, but they usually don't go for the passing plays if they're not like an elf or an Amazon type team. As long as we can just kind of hold them here, then we're pretty much in the clear. I don't know if we can score if we somehow get the ball, so I could get one skink into scoring position here, and maybe I could throw a pass to them and run them in. So we have the guard player over there. I mean, you do have sure feet, so we could run you into scoring position there. You can also potentially get into scoring position without having to go for it, so I think that's probably worth it. You know, with 9 movement, you can easily get over onto that side of the field, I think. So let's get you into scoring position, and then we could also potentially blitz with that skink right there, and then get Croc Hunter next to the ball carrier, maybe. Maybe even just a push would do that. So we get Kroxigor next to the ball carrier, and then I don't know, maybe we can dodge out one of these skink to get around to the ball carrier for a blitz attempt. That might work. I guess the question is, who do we want to attack? I guess we can try going just for a zombie and go for the more valuable one. We may not even need to do that, though. We could... Oh, I guess we need the guard assist, though, to get a potential 2-dice blitz on them. That is true. I mean, I guess that zombie doesn't have guard, so I could potentially block the werewolf, then dodge out if needed. And then run around for an assist of some kind. You know what, let's just go ahead and let's go for this block first. Alright, so we do get him on the ground. Let's just go and stay here. And then we'll have +1 movement. What about you? You have sure feet. Okay, so let's go over here, and then we're going to do going for it. So we're going to do it one at a time, though. We have the built-in reroll for this, so it's okay. Alright, so we did use the reroll there, but we did get over there. And now, can you get over here? That would be a lot of dodging to get over there. I don't think we can afford to do that. Let's see if we can... I think we have to try it from here. And we get him on the ground. And let's do it right there, and then let's follow up on it to get the assist. Okay, and then now we might just want to move you over here. Now I think we want to do the blitz from there. It's only a 1-die blitz, but it's the best I can do, I think. And we get the POW. Somehow. Okay. And then I think if we have it roll around, I think we're going to right here next to some skink. And then we'll just move him right there, I guess. And I don't think we want to follow up on this one, because then we'd be next to all the dudes. And we get a KO. Okay, well. That's certainly helpful. And then their flesh golem catches it. Okay, so now we want to try and get him on the ground if we can. One die block. We'll re-roll it because we'd have nothing better to re-roll. And they get the both down. And they have blocks, so okay, so their flesh golem's not really going anywhere. They are not a scoring threat, no matter which way they try and go. We still could potentially score. It's not looking likely. We'd have to make some weird blocks happen, and then we have to get a skink to pick it up. Now we have to make a blitz on the ball carrier to get the ball again, so... I mean, again, we are in scoring position with one guy, so it's, again, it's theoretically possible, just very unlikely. And I guess we just want to do the both down here to keep him in the same spot. And he gets stunned, so it's irrelevant, so, okay. Alright, so let's, I guess we'll stand you up. They literally cannot score, so it's kind of irrelevant. We want to keep our skink open, I think, to try and pick up the ball if we get an interesting scatter going, and then getting you in there for guard, for the guard assist would be helpful. Yeah, I think even just a push is going to be good enough here, so let's just go ahead and do this. Alright, push is good enough, I think. Does move it into a tackle zone of that skink, but we have another skink over here that's uncovered. And then now, I think what we have to do is we have to free up this Saurus, or free up this Saurus right here, and then blitz him from there. Blitz up in that direction, and then hope we get a good scatter. And we do get him on the ground. We got the roll we needed, and now this should be a 2 dice blitz from here. And we have blocks, so at least we won't get it. We aren't as likely to get a turnover here. So we have 2 dice that can knock down the flesh golem. And we get it. Where does the ball bounce? Alright, so it's plausible we can still score. If we push the zombie on it, we can get the bounce even more, so that might be another consideration here. You know what? I think that's actually worth it. If we push the zombie there, we could get the bounce somewhere more advantageous. Okay, so we do get what we need, and let's see if we can get the ball rolling somewhere else. That's easier to go ahead and get the ball. Where does it scatter? Well, damn it. That's not what I wanted. That was the thing that I least wanted. Bouncing right there would have been impossible to get the ball too, but now we can't even throw the ball. Like, that is so bad. I hate this. Okay, well, we can at least get one more block here with our skink. I guess we'll not risk you. We'll just move you away from the action. And which player do we want to get in there? We don't want to get you in there. Let's get you away. Let's keep you safe. And then we can... Do you have tackle? You don't. So we can dodge through here and then get through here. And I have to make the dodge reroll. Let's see if we can make it. We do. Going for it. And then Sure Feet helped us, and now we can get a 2-die block here. And we'll just do the push and not worry about anything here. We don't want our skink to get injured. And we'll stay. Now, at the very least, they don't have anything except blitzes on any of our skinks, so they might get at maximum 1 blitz on a skink, and that's it. I don't think any of their players have jump up as a skill. Yeah, I don't think any of their players that have been leveled up have jump up as a skill, so we don't have to worry about them getting a free block here. And they get punished. And then they don't get punished. Yeah, I mean, that kind of sucks. That scatter, I mean, it should have gone anywhere but my Saurus player. Anywhere but there would have been really good. I mean, it still would have been a reasonably difficult play, but with a reroll on the throwing attempt, it still would have been very possible there, so... And I guess we leveled up a Saurus in this match, and I think that's our only level up at this point, so we didn't get some of the level ups that we were hoping for, perhaps, but we still get some to work with, and it's a big man, so that's always going to be good. Getting the big men leveled up is going to be very good, and I might want to try getting them the ball more in future matches, but this was a bad matchup for it. So I just tried to stick with getting the reliable plays going there. So we had Maz the Daz with the MVP, getting a little bit closer to leveling up there, so that's good. If he doesn't get anything special on the next level up, I might just fire him. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I like to keep the gang together. Hopefully, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, so Rotting Carrion got quite a few star player points getting injuries, but we got more touchdowns. So we were able to kind of match them a little bit there, so... Alright, so let's go and see how we can do our level up here. The statistics and things like that, in particular, you know, I'm not usually too interested in going for the deep dive in the stats here. You can usually kind of tell how it went just by watching the match, so I don't usually go over that too much, but in general, they were able to get more armor breaks, but we were able to open up more lanes for touchdowns, and they were kind of giving us one free score there with opening up the left side of the field for one of them. So again, we were kind of gifted one touchdown there, but I mean, we had the movement speed to take advantage of it. Maybe against other teams that aren't as fast as we are, then they would have been able to get over there and prevent us from scoring, but you know, again, I'll just take whatever I can get here, and sometimes I do make mistakes, and so sometimes bad things happen from those, and then sometimes the dice do not go my way, but I just have to take whatever I can get. And so, Coalshix, your first level up. Let's see what you get, my man. Alright, so a plain roll, so I think obviously block is just going to be the pick here. If I got a doubles roll, then I might pick dodge to make it harder for him to get knocked down on the ground, and then pick block for the second level up, but block is just way too good not to take, and then if we get a normal roll next time, then tackle is probably a big consideration to go after and punish their dodging players. Guard would be another future consideration, or Mighty Blow to make him a good blitzer. Tackle and Mighty Blow combined with block makes them a pretty good blitzer and able to force injuries more often, so let's go with block here. It's the old reliable and definitely worth taking on most any player. And for a standard level up, block is definitely one of your best choices that you can go with, so... And then we're right at 150k as far as our treasury, so we don't want to inflate our team value even more. Do I want to go ahead and fire a skink to kind of deflate the team value a bit? I think our catcher here is worth keeping for offensive shenanigans. Movement speed and strength, obviously quite great to have around. If Swatter doesn't get a good level up next time, then I might fire them. Same thing with Maz the Daz. Getting a special level up like doubles on the dice roll, and getting a passing skill could be worth it to keep them around. But yeah, that's going to be something that we're looking for next time. We have plenty of treasury to buy a replacement player that isn't quite as stuffed up with inflated team value, and it would give us sooner opportunities to level them up and possibly get, again, leveling up our Skink just gives us more opportunities to get them positive level ups, because the more levels that you get, then the more star player points that you need to level up. So starting from scratch means that you only need 6 star player points to level up, and then so it's easy to kind of determine if they get a good level up, then you can decide if you want to ditch them or not, and then a good level up means that you can keep them. So, and then we'll go up against a Norse team the next time, the Drunk Axes. The Norse team, our very first match with this team, all the way back in our inaugural match, provided us a bit of trouble because most, if not all, of their players had block. And it seems that obviously that's the case this time around. They do have low armor value for many of their players, but I think the important thing here is that all of them having block basically means that we're going to have a difficult time getting them on the ground. And then they're going to have an easier time blocking us because we only have 2 players that have block to prevent them from just doing a both down to knock us down. So, yeah, they're pretty leveled up. They're important players. They have lots of linemen that are leveled up, so it does inflate their team value a little bit. But they have a Yeti that has some level ups going here, with Piling On, Mighty Blow, Claw. So they have some interesting things going on there to get some injuries going. Alright, so I thank you all for joining me here. I hope you all join me next time, and I hope that you enjoyed this episode of Blood Bowl 2 with my Lizardman team, the Sea of Red. And I hope you all have a wonderful new year that's going to be coming up in a day or two. And I hope that you all have a great evening, and as always, take care, and Happy New Year.